Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Let's begin from the whole front as usual on our show, and we'll start with athletics. But let's go straight to the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, where the news that is coming out from the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, we just have to say this kind of news is not really good for our preparation when we know that the Olympics is coming on quickly, but the thing is, we can get it right definitely if we do things on time, if we do things right, if we follow the right process and the right procedure. But we just have to settle all of these doors so that the athletes can at least have what it takes to participate, to do well when it comes to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. But before we look at this topic, I've got Abba Michael all the way from Jos, who will be talking to us on this topic and other topics on the show. And also I've got somebody in the studio, but I will start with Abba Michael. Let's look at this story together before I come back to the studio and introduce the guest, where the Athletics Federation of Nigeria say Nike did not treat us well. And this is talking about the kids. If you remember, at the African Games, the Nigerian athletes that represented us at the African Games in Accra, Ghana, were putting on a different kit. We didn't see that Nike logo on our kits, on the jerseys, on the vest that our athletes wore. Nike is the one that dress our athletes for any events we go for. That's our athletes. But this time around, the AFN president has actually come out to say, yes, Nike did not treat us well, and this whole of this need to settle before the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Michael, these are kind of the news that can, no matter what it is, a lot of persons might say, is it not just vest? But these are part of preparations that make athletes to do well in games. Because if maybe 2 days to an event and the athletes don't even know where their spiked shoes will come from, where their vest will come from, what they are putting on, and some of them will be putting on orange color, this and this. This can also throw off athletes. Don't you think so? But for the AFL president, is now faulting the company that is producing our kits.
Yes, I mean, it can be very demoralizing. It's unfortunate. Nike has forgotten that Nigerian brand is a formidable brand. Nike has forgotten that when you are counting nations who have medaled in the sprints and the quarter mile, Nigeria is a household name when it comes to sprinting. In case Nike wants to forget, at Barcelona 92, I mean, we were able to win medals in the relays. Even Atlanta 96, we won the long jump. I mean, we even medaled in the relays as well. Fast forward 2004, both the 4x1 and the 4x400 meters, we were there. I mean, we medaled. We are favorites. Have you forgotten Sydney Olympics when we came from behind and won silver that became gold, where NFO ran a 43 split? I mean, Nike has forgotten so soon, and probably believe they only need to work with the United States and other nations. But it's a good thing that we've been able to qualify for 4 relay events at the forthcoming Paris Olympics. And Nike should just watch out for Nigeria. We will show Nike that we are not pushovers. If they don't believe the Nigerian brand will sell, whatever sports kits we decide to down for the Paris Olympics, I believe we will shine like a million stars. We have the likes of, Favor Ofili, who 2 key integral members of the 5. We have Tobi Amusan, who is the world record holder. Not endorse, they cannot cheat the Nigerians. As far as Africa is concerned, we are the powerhouse, especially in athletics.
Okay, we are the powerhouse.
Treating Nigerians as citizens.
Okay, let's see what because the AFN president has actually said they are going to sort this issue out before the Paris Olympic Games, and in no time we'll know the new company that will be kitting our athletes for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Still talking about athletics, let's go straight out to Jamaica, and we have our own world record holder, an African #1 when it comes to hurdles. Tobi Amusan will be participating at the Jamaica Invitational this weekend. That race is bid for Saturday, that's tomorrow, right there in Jamaica. They call Jamaica the speed country, and Tobi Amusan, Tobi Express will be landing on the lane, on the track in the speed country. For Tobi Amusan, she has not really hitting the stride this year. Where we know that the Olympics is coming fast. In Suzhou, China, she was disqualified, but she has to run a protest run where she won that race. But definitely her time did not count. Her winning did not count. We know Camacho Queen won, but at the end of the day, she was able to show Camacho Queen and the rest of them that yes, she's still the Tobi Amusan. She's still the one to beat when it comes to hurdles in the world. And for the Jamaica Invitational, the likes of Ali will be there. Danielle Williams, world champion, will also be there. So it's a star-studded event for this weekend. And also Tobi Amusan will want to use this to get herself back on track.
Yes, I mean, Tobi Amusan just announced herself. I may not have won the world championship. And she has been able to set the track still there, and the fact that she's still in shape to win it all when it's all.
Okay, Michael, we are having. Can you hear me? We're having issues with your audio a bit.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I mean, Olympic and world champion. She's a Olympic champion. That is what can cement her sprinters of all time. And this is very Musan to cement herself as a legend of the hurdles event. So this, she will take hook, line, and sinker as serious, even more serious than the Eugene, Oregon World Championships that she has given Nigeria hope that we are still going to celebrate her in Paris when the Olympics come calling in few less than 90 days.
In less than 90 days, and we just have 68 days to the Olympics. But let's see how that goes. Shiando, you are joining this evening again on the show. Now we're talking about athletics. Welcome to Sports Update quickly. Now for Tobi Amusan, this is a household name when it comes to hurdles in the world as it stands right now. We cannot take that out. What are our chances this weekend? That race is bid for tomorrow in the speed. They call Jamaica the speed country, and you know why they call them the speed country. So I don't need to tell you why they call them the speed country.
Amusan is a household name in the field, as you said earlier, as you mentioned. But then, you know, she's going to be in a very strange land, of course, where the land that is full of champions. But I think it should be also an additional motivation to her to prove to them that also inside champion, even the home of champion, you know, they can be a champion.
Of course.
She's not going there alone. She's going there with the spirit of Nigeria, with the spirit of whole Africa on her shoulder. So for me, it's possible, you know, it could turn out well for her.
Okay, it's possible it could turn out well for her. And still talking about athletics, let's go straight to Paris. Let's look at one athlete who's also flying high, who is doing well this season. She's the fastest woman when it comes to the 300-meter event this year. That is talking about Ofili, where she powered the relay team. That's for the 4x100 relay team women to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. At the just concluded World Relays in Bahamas. For Ofili, she led the quartet, she led the group, and they were able to get the ticket alongside Switzerland, who came second in that race. And because of that, I think Ofili is a happy woman who will be in Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Michael, like you mentioned, I think Paris will hear from our athletes as it stands right now.
Yes, definitely. I mean, for the past 2 years, the world is yet to understand that Ofili is actually one of the 3 or 4 best 200-meter sprints in the world. Yes, the world has failed to understand that. And she's never really had it going in the last 2 years. I see the Olympics as a breakout year for a favor of Ofili. I see the Olympics as an opportunity for Ofili to finally cement herself as one of the fearsome sprinters on the track. She belongs to the likes of Shelly and the Price. I mean, she belongs to the likes of Sherika Jackson. That is how talented she is. It's just that her best times have never come during the Olympics or the World Championships. But she is an athlete to be feared because we saw what she did at LSU in the United States. She has had a 10-8 fight, beating Brianna, the top athletes in the US. And she has a 21-9 in the 200 meters. I think she's the fastest Nigerian ever in 200 meters. She has even beaten a Blessing of record.
Yes, of course.
So Ofili, as far as I'm concerned, should be in the 200-meter finals if she stays in good shape.
If she
and for the 4x1 during the world race, she did very well. She ran a split time of 10.4 seconds on the second leg of the 4x1.
Yes, she ran that second leg for Nigeria, where God bless and co did us proud to qualify for the 4x100 meter relay women's team to Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, let's leave the track. I'll quickly go straight to Europe, where actions will be coming up tonight. We have games in Europe tonight. We have some games in La Liga, in the German Bundesliga. So let's start with La Liga. We have Deportivo Alaves against Girona, a team that gave Real Madrid the league last weekend. And then we have Augsburg against Stuttgart, another team that is fighting for European competition, Champions League sport, that's Stuttgart. We have Frosinone against International, that is Inter Milan, that is the Italian Serie A. Augsburg against Stuttgart is German Bundesliga. Deportivo Alaves, Girona, Spanish La Liga. Nice against Le Havre, that is French Ligue 1, and Brest against Reims in the French Ligue 1. So let's start with this game, Deportivo Alaves against Girona in the Spanish La Liga. Girona this season has surprised everybody. Wilfred, if you look at Girona under Sanchez, they took everybody by storm, and they are second in La Liga to already the waiting champions, that is Real Madrid, because they won the league already, courtesy of Girona beating Barcelona last weekend 4-2.
Girona, they are the new Barcelona of La Liga.
The new okay.
The style of play, the energy, the synergy, the understanding is nearly perfect. I've watched them over and over, and I keep asking, I mean, where have this team been all this while? Because they are incredible. And come next season, there will be a team to watch, in the Europa competition.
They will be playing in Champions League because they are second behind Real Madrid.
And then the opponents should watch out for them. They can upset anybody, because I watch them and I can tell you that for free.
Okay, you can tell me that for free. For the games tonight, those games will be coming up in all of these leagues. That is the Spanish La Liga, German Bundesliga, French Ligue 1. Those games are lined up tonight. Sister in Europe, let's quickly look at this story where all the finalists for UEFA club competitions has been confirmed after games were played last night. And we are going to look at all of the teams right now that will be playing in the finals, the Europa League final, the Conference League final, and then the Champions League. Let's start with the Conference League final, where it's going to be between Olympiacos and Fiorentina. Fiorentina were there last season. They lost to West Ham. This time around, they have made it another final for the Conference League. If we can have that on the screen. I don't know if we can have that on the screen so that we'll see all of those finals. Now, but before it comes up on the screen, let's look at this. Fiorentina, Olympiacos in the Conference League final.
The Greek side may have had an easy go against the Villa side, which is the English team. But trust me, it's going to be a different ball game against the Fiorentina, because the Italian teams are tough teams, they're tough opponents.
They lost this last season, so do you think it's going to be a motivation?
It definitely is going to be one of the factors that will drive them and to go all the way, because they understand what it takes to be in the finals, and they know how to handle it exactly. So have a flashback to the incident that happened between FC Barcelona and Jose Mourinho International.
Yes, of course.
So the mentality is the same. Italians have the same mentality when it comes to finance. They go out, they give their soul, they give their spirit, they give everything they have within their possible reach to ensure that they take the glory.
Okay, let's have that back on the screen. Let's quickly have that back on the screen and see where. Okay, that game will be coming up on 29th May at Athens in Greece. So Olympiacos will be playing at home. I think at home advantage will be there. And then for the Europa League final, Michael, I will come to you. It's going to be 22nd May right there in Dublin, Ireland. Atlanta against Leverkusen. Now, this is all Nigerian affair, Michael. Ademola Lookman versus Boniface and Nathan Tella.
Yes, it's going to be difficult for us to choose who to support. We love Nathan, we love Lookman, we love Victor Boniface. So perhaps we will do what Nigerians normally do, call it Tinini Tanana Biko Biko, in order to select a side. But then we saw Ademola Lookman shine like a million stars during the AFCON 2023, and he was truly the heart and soul of the team. I'm sure many Nigerian fans will be endeared to his style of play. He brought a lot of life and finesse to the team. And so definitely I see more Nigeria tilting towards him. But then we have a comparative advantage of the Nathan Tella and of course Victor Boniface. And many of us watched Xabi Alonso. We loved him as a player for Real Madrid, for Liverpool. Now thriving with like a million stars on the coaching stage. And they've been doing things we've never seen in football. Coming back 17 times all season long, shattering all manner of records set by Bayern Munich in the process. Definitely the fans will be tilting or loving Bayern Leverkusen and favoring them win it all. But then it's a Europa League final. Atalanta were able to beat Liverpool, solid Liverpool side that holds about 3-4 world-class attackers. And they were able to name them. And so Atalanta are not a pushover. I know they've been coming back in previous games, but Atalanta is not a team you can easily come back from. So they should better see how they can take their chances. They may not be lucky 100, they may be lucky 99 times. And so my advice to Atalanta is when you are having, to Leverkusen is to wait for Atalanta to take the lead. Liverpool can testify what Atalanta did.
Okay.
So that's my advice for Bayern Leverkusen if they really want to win it all.
If they really want to win it all for Bayer Leverkusen, they are gunning for 3 trophies. They are in the DFB Pokal final already. They've wrapped up the league, so they are champions of the German Bundesliga. So they have the Europa League final now to play. They have the DFB Pokal final in Germany to play. That's a cup game. So let's see if they are going to win treble under Xabi Alonso, first time as a coach. Let's go to the big one. That is the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid against a team from Germany. So Italy has 2 teams in European club competition final. They have Atlanta and Fiorentina, one in Europa League and the other one in the Conference League. And then for the Italian teams, one in the Europa League final, and then we have Real Madrid against Borussia Dortmund in the final, where you have Bayer Leverkusen in the final of Europa League. So 2 teams from Germany in the final, 2 teams from Italy in the final, 1 team from Spain.
Yeah, but the Spanish league has had it before in the past, where Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and also even the EPL teams, the likes of Chelsea, Man City, and Manchester United and Chelsea and all that. So now I think it has actually proven or shown rather that how much the Bundesliga and the Serie A have actually improved, and how focused, this season, how much focused they've been, during the course of the season. So and we must give them their flowers. But coming to the finals, Borussia Dortmund against Real Madrid, it's going to be a very tough one for the Los Blancos, because Wembley is an open, ground for anybody. So 100%, I will go for Borussia Dortmund, because I understand the guys are younger, you know, they've not tested this kind of, you know, stage, this kind of glamour, and then they are hungry, they're having the will, the zeal, and the spirit to come out and then, you know, steal the show.
Okay, and steal the show. 2 players are going back home, Jadon Sancho and Jude Bellingham. Both of them are English players. The 2 of them will be at Wembley. Who wants it more? Who wins it this time around? Is it Sancho that was outcasted from Manchester United? Is it Jude who left Borussia Dortmund? So a whole lot of intrigue in that game is waiting for us on June 1st at Wembley Stadium in England. Dortmund against Real Madrid. Real Madrid is looking for the 15th title. Carlo Ancelotti, Don Carlo, is looking for the 6th medal on his neck. Let's see who gets it. Rudiger is looking for another Champions League medal after winning it with Chelsea. So a whole lot is in that game. All right, let's leave the UEFA club competitions finalists and take these 2 transfer stories quickly before we go on the show. And we'll be starting from Stamford Bridge, where Mauricio Pochettino's fate will be decided after their game against Bournemouth. That's the last game of the season for Chelsea, and whatever happens in that game, for Mauricio Pochettino, he should just pray that he wins that game, or else he might be shown the exit door. I will not allow you to react to it, Shandu, you and Michael, because we are out of time. Let's look at the last story quickly before we leave the studio, where Arsenal is ready to sell this striker Eddie Nketiah this summer, and he's one striker that I love so much. And definitely, if Arsenal say he should go, I think my advice for Eddie Nketiah is to leave Arsenal and find his feet elsewhere, because Gabriel Jesus and co, they are in the pecking order ahead of him. All right, this is where we'll be leaving it on the program Sports Update this evening. Michael, all the way from Plateau State, thanks for joining us. I know that place is as cold as whatever it is, and I love a cold environment. I know you are enjoying that state. Someday, sometime, we'll move that. Yeah. All right, that is it, Michael. Thanks for joining me on the show this evening, and also to Wilfred Shando, who has done a great job with me in the studio this evening. It's a wonderful one having you around.
Yeah, welcome, my brother.
All right, that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.